jump straight into it. Ryo Hazuki, like what was the when you came up with the idea we need to add Ryo from Shenmue? What was it like at the office, and what was the process like?
Okay, well, we decided pretty much early on that we wanted to include Ryo. What we did when we finished Sega Superstars Tennis was go out on the forums and just see what characters people wanted to see. And pretty much top of the list all the time was Ryo from Shenmue. So we always knew he was going to be one of the characters for Sega Superstars Racing. We just had to make sure we get the approvals and make sure Sega were okay with it. So we decided to put him in, and it's like, what do we put him on? Do we put him in the forklift, you know, because that's what people want to see? And we thought, no, we'll put him on the bike. And people were thinking, oh, they should have put him in the forklift, and then we'll save that for the All-Star move. So, yeah. Once we announced it, once we decided it, once we started going with it, we got all the assets from AM+, which was Ryo Suzuki's Sega division at the time. We got that, we got the forklift, got the bikes, and once we put in, we thought this is going to please a lot of people. So it was really, really exciting for us.
What was your take on the reactions?
Oh my word, it's been brilliant. We hoped that it had been a big impact for the fan base, that they were going to go, oh my God, Ryo's in! And it was, literally, the day it got announced, I went across all the forums, across the internet, because I post on the internet as Sol, and just so much positive feedback. The guys are like, oh my God! But the side effect is, there's a lot of people going like, oh, maybe this means Shenmue 3's coming, you know? He's like, oh, maybe that's not what we wanted to like give fans like the impression it was going to happen. But he had to go in there, you know? It was a classic piece of fan service, and that's what we like to do with these games, you know?
But by the same reasoning, we should see a new Alex Kidd game, right?
A new Alex Kidd? Well, yeah, I mean, you could say that. You see a new Alex Kidd game. Obviously, we've got Beat in there from Jet Set Radio, so there's no doubt people want a new Jet Set Radio game as well. You know, and if Sega are lucky, you know, I'm sure we're willing to look into it for them, so it'd be nice.
Could you tell us a little bit what the forklift does for you when he turns into an all-star?
I take it you're quite liking the idea of Ryo's in this game. What we do basically is all the All-Star moves are designed to kind of mix the race up. It's supposed to be kind of a race mash-up, basically. So the idea is when you get one of these moves, you can get back through the field and kind of shake the race about, make people suddenly go, oh, hang on, the order's all changed. When he's in the forklift, basically, the prongs at the front, if you hit another car, you basically flip the guys over the top of the forklift and they fall down behind you. So it's quite a nice move to get in there. Boosting through the pack, flip them out of the way, and they're going, right, okay. Now you catch it with me. So it's a good mix. So it had to be something like that, didn't it?
It's not quite like the forklift action in Shenmue.
Well, no, but if you think back to Shenmue, I mean, it was more like it was simulating the guy's working day. And, you know, we've got to do something a bit more over the top for this. It's much more arcadey. So, you know, it's got to be kind of mental. So that's why we did it.
I think one of my major concerns with the game, and you haven't shown off the All-Star mode in balanced, you sort of turned it up a bit, is because it's such a rubber band mechanic that it's like, I'm sure that some of the more elite players will sort of be a little bit taken back by it because, you know, the last player will get that ultimate weapon, and how's that, you know, online especially, it could be a little bit, you know, certain players will not like it at all.
No, I mean, the thing is, you've got to bear in mind today the presentation I've done. I had to show them that. I had to make sure they were in there. So I have literally, we've turned it up a bit, so it's doing things which it wouldn't normally do. It is fully balanced. What we're hoping to do is make sure that it is powerful, but it's not totally game-breaking. The last thing you want to do is get something which wipes everybody out and ruins everybody's race. So we actually tone it, depending on what position you get it in, you'll get it for a varied length of time. So if you're near the front, you'll get it short. If you're at the back and you need to get back in the race, you'll make it longer. But they are undergoing a lot of balancing. We really respect that. People don't want something to ruin the game. It wants to be, you know, something which is fun, something you enjoy doing. It's about the gameplay at the end of the day.
And shortcuts, like what's the philosophy behind shortcuts? Because certain games, shortcuts are like the only way to win, and other games it's like, yeah, you can do it, but you can also, you know, do well without it.
Yeah, I mean, again, the philosophy of the shortcuts was we want to have a world where people explore, go looking around for things and see different things and can play the game differently. I mean, what we can do is tell the eye sometimes to use a shortcut, sometimes not. And the shortcuts are always designed to be reasonably balanced out. It might get you one place ahead if you use it, but it shouldn't destroy the game. It should be reasonably balanced. And it's a big, difficult thing to do to balance a game, especially when we've got so many tracks. I mean, we've got over 20 tracks. But the shortcuts are there for fun, you know. Again, it's something different to do.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome.